Okay, good morning, everyone. The time starts now. Okay, so I seen since the morning. I think the common theme among all the sessions is technology. So blended learning incorporates some technology. So it's some overlapping may be there, but how it blends with the regular blackboard method or face-to-face method or talk and talk method. Let us go through it. This is the simple starting line, which I thought is very relevant. If we teach today, as we taught yesterday, then we rob our children of tomorrow. So you have to change. So that this generation needs change. So the word rob, it says as if we don't change now, we'll be like thieves only. We're robbing the children of their tomorrow. So keep that in mind. So change is the only constant in life. So you have to keep changing as per the requirement, as per the needs of the present student generation. So change is necessary to adapt. Like our chairman had said, I think he made her half the job. He's talked so nicely. So change, you have to adapt to the change. So then only to the growing trends, to the growing technology, then only we'll be part of tomorrow or today. The 21st century student, we can call him as a digital native, because it's always digital. Whenever you see today's generation, they're always on the mobile or the iPad or on the laptop, something or the other. So they're always connected, SMS, chat, they'll be listening to lecture here and secretly they'll be chatting with somebody also. So the multitasking, so at a time they can do so many things. They're social, they've got a huge network, not only in the school, in the state, and across the globe. Then they're very visual. So they have to see, to appreciate, they have to see to understand, they have to see to remember. So they insist on visual treats. So on the three-dimensional things. So you have to keep that in mind. So for all these, the answer is one of the answer. The technology is a great way to engage the kids and at the same time learning. So education as a whole is slowly becoming digital. So innovation, intelligence in internet. This is a new era of learning. So we have to be ready for that. So there's one more important aspect of blended learning. Learn whenever, wherever. So you should not bound yourself into the classroom atmosphere. Blended learning says you have to blend either talk and the chalk method with teaching outside the classroom also. So why? How? Based on the technology, because the technology is so good, so we can use the tablets, you can use iPads, you can online, internet. So this is the way the present generation is going. Somebody is eating and playing with laptop and still learning. So the basic teaching issues to be addressed are the different learners are there with different IQs, the different requirements, the different learning styles of each child, then different pace of learning. One child is slow, one child is fast. Then the limitation of classroom time, like it says, the classroom number of class periods per year is so much limited. So how do you handle these things? So you can't complete the syllabus. How do you handle those things? Then the teacher has the headache of lesson plan, lesson delivery, classroom management, and also different distractions. Distractions in the sense that same technology. The technology itself is the problem and also the cure. It distracts the child so much, if it's a technology put to wrong use, it is very difficult to save the child. So with the same technology, you have to tackle the child. With the same medium, same language, you have to tackle the child. Then only the technology is useful, because as we all know, technology is constructive and also destructive, like the nuclear bomb. So what is blended learning? So blend of fruits is, we call fruit punch. So is it tasty? Similarly, coffee also we blend with chicory and all those things. So the coffee part, let the elders take. The fruit punch, let the children take. So different models of teaching, different modes of delivery, and different styles of learning. When you combine all these things, then we can see it's a blended learning. So traditional learning, like the talk and talk method, it was there all through the years, which where the teacher imparts knowledge, teacher's knowledge is important. He delivers lectures, gives a textbooks are needed, assessments are there. This is a regular thing all through. Now, educational software has come, We have the software professionals who join along with the teachers who are become content writers also. A lot of job opportunity for the teachers. Then through computers, they got smart boards. The teachers, students are registered by the smart boards. Then you have the CDs, you have the TVs, iPads, and so many things. Now, how many people are involved now? You can see software developers, you can see the hardware developers, like editor and all those things. You have the facilitators. So teacher, earlier there was one teacher only. Now, how many people are there in the blended learning now? We have so many of them. So they have to work in a team. They have to blend together to deliver the results. So it's very important that the total chain of events are controlled. If they don't control, it's going to a problem, because if they don't develop a good software, education software, it's going to a problem. They're going to learn bad things. So from the classroom, how do you go out? That's very important. So that for there, the blending of time, place, people, and resources have come into picture now. See, time, face-to-face, that is the blackboard teaching we call face-to-face, and recorded lectures. So once you have these recorded lectures, at your own time, you can see in the morning, listen to them in the morning, evening, or any time. So time is not a constraint now. Similarly, place.
It is a constraint. You have 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes, okay.
Time is a constraint.
Constraint, yeah, right. So similarly. Yeah. So there's the place, then the people, then the resources. So what constitutes blended learning? So there's effective learning, online learning, multimedia, learning activities, in and out of school campus, learning materials. So many are there. Then objectives are formal and informal learning. So that blended learning helps in formal, one in the classroom. Informal, the student at his home sits and casually reads, or casually at his own pace he does it. So in the classroom, generally, if you are not having concentration, you can't go away and say, I'll just come back and I'll come as I please. So that comfort is not in the classroom. So it is home, you can do the same thing. So but at the same time, the teacher has to control the thing. To focus on higher order skills, that's very important, because CBSE says for higher order skills. So these are the objectives. I'll sum it up slowly because time is a constraint. So these are the supporting tools, because the main topic is supporting tools. There's so many tools are there: Blackboard, online learning, audio-video learning, the Web2 tools. Earlier, web was only a static affair. Now it is an interactive affair. Wikis, blog, Google, video sharing sites, educational games, web learning like Khan Academy, Twitter channels, Facebook, projectors. Then the hardware. Not only tools work only with the hardware; they're not independent. So smart boards, projectors, tablets, mobiles, portable hard disks. Then the supporting people. These are important: teachers, content resource writers, software professionals, hardware professionals, facilitated learners. So many people are there. So to implement this, the curriculum has to take care of the institutional readiness. Institution has to be ready with the data and the device suitable curriculum. They have to have it robust technological planning. They should have high-speed network. India, it is not fully, we can't implement this fully.
Request you to wind up.
Yeah,
Thank you.